right, it's time for another Royal Roundup on this Monday morning with Patricia Treble. And yesterday, Patricia, it was, of course, Mother's Day.
Yep.
And we saw Meghan celebrating Mother's Day with some photos of her kids on Instagram.
Yep. They were climbing all over her, as kids are wont to do. And it was lovely. It was, and we'd also seen a little bit earlier in the week, we'd seen Archie for his 6th birthday. Another photo that was released for that. And I kind of say there are all these behind the, from behind photos. They don't want to show the faces, and I get that. But I'm going to be honest, for Mother's Day, I would have liked to have seen a drawing or something like that. I think that would have been fun. How they interpret her. Because I think they're, obviously Meghan and Harry are threading that needle of privacy, right? They don't want their kids to be, front and center. But I shake it up. Do drawings next time.
All right. Well, they were shaking it up this weekend on SNL right here on Global. Harry and Meghan were the subject of a bit of a joke. Let's take a look.
President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK that will reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
All right, and Patricia, this after both Harry and Meghan were also recently spotted at Beyonce's LA show.
Yeah. Look, it's a mild thing. Just shake it off, man. It's kind of funny, actually. But yeah, they were at Beyonce, Cowboy Carter in LA, the big launch of her big tour. And they looked like they were having a fabulous date night. I will say I've saw images of Harry dancing, and I think he's very much like his brother. He doesn't like dancing in public. Let me just leave it at that.
And look at all this. Yeah, they had it looks like a great night.
They were having a great time. Well, when you're in a box, at Beyonce, how do you not have a great night?
Right. Okay. We got to ask you about this. We showed heading into the break the Prince Harry being caught on the Ring doorbell. Yeah.
So this happened in London. The Sun tabloid got this. This happened a few weeks ago when he was in the middle of his court case about security. Is that he was going up to all these houses on the street. He was looking for friends and kept going to the wrong house. And he's ringing the doorbell. And it would be initially just hilarious. I mean, can you imagine on your Ring camera, you're looking, there's a royal there?
Yeah, is that Harry?
Yeah. Exactly. The other part of it is, of course, though, he appears to be alone. He's one of the big things he's talking about in this court case that he lost subsequently was that he thought London was so dangerous he couldn't bring his kids. But he's going door to door, down the street. So a little bit of, I think people had a lot of fun with this one.
Okay.
All right. Also being reported that neither King Charles or Prince William will attend Pope Leo's inauguration. That is set for May the 18th. Can you update us on who Buckingham Palace will be sending?
Yep. They're going to be sending his brother. So Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, will be attending. Now, the King has sent a personal note to the new Pope, which is kind of the standard sort of thing. And I was looking back through the last few times when we've had inaugurations of popes. And yeah, they usually send they don't send the heir or the king. It's usually somebody a little bit down the line. For Benedict, though, late Queen, sent her husband. So there we go.
Okay. All right. And finally, 5 finalists have been shortlisted for the planned memorial for Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah. So we haven't talked about this for a while. So this is in the historic St. James's Park right across from Buckingham Palace. So really historic. So if anyone was looking for anything crazy, wild and crazy, ain't going to happen. And it goes from one street across a tiny little lake to the Mall, which is the main ceremonial route. So a big swath of land, 5 concepts. They're all equally beautiful. We got a lot of queens on horses. We've got lily pads, 70 lily pads, one for each year of her reign. Of course, her family name is Lilibet. The one I love is this one, which is they're going to have a cast of an oak tree, a massive oak tree in the middle of the lake, and it'll be a Windsor oak. So I'm not sure how long it's going to go, how long that would last there in the elements, but I love it. Yeah. They'll make the decision this summer. They are moving at a pace.
Okay, look forward to that, and a pretty big budget as well, right?
The budget is up to around $80 million.
Wow.
It's a big area, so they've got a lot to work with.
All right, and we will keep a watch on that story to be sure. Yep. Patricia, good to see you as always on a Monday. Thank you for this. Appreciate it.
Thank you.